Good morning, students. Today's lecture, this video lecture, is about on the poem The Road Not Taken, written by the famous poet Robert Frost. This actually is a poem about his life, what all choices he made, and how he became successful because of the path he had chosen. The poem Road Not Taken is about making choices in our life. And this poem has been clearly introduced in class ninth NCRT book, the second chapter, NCRT class 9, because the child has just passed out from class 8, and he has to make a choice. He has to know what he is good in, and what he can do in future, so that he does not repent later on. So this poem is about a person's choice. Every human being always comes across a crossroad, and he has to take a decision as to which path he should choose. So this poem has been rightly introduced by CBSE because it is a very great decision which a person has to take when he comes to ninth standard. So let's begin the poem. The theme of the poem is actually making choices. And whenever you make a choice, take a decision after a very good thought, giving time to that particular thought, so that you don't repent later on in your life. Let's begin. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood. Roads signify choices. He came across a path in a yellow wood. Yellow signifies the autumn season, when all the trees have turned yellow, and and it is the onset of winter, and that is also a very depressing season. So a person has to make a choice, even though he is in a different stage of his life. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. A person given a choice cannot travel on both the roads. You have to make a choice. You have to travel one particular path, so that it takes you to your destination. Be one traveler. Every human being is a traveler in his or her own life. Long I stood because he had to make a choice. So he stood at the crossroad for quite some time and looked down one as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth. He looked very deeply towards that particular road as to where is the road taken. He saw that the road has, while taking a path, has bent in the undergrowth, has taken a slight bend, suggesting whichever path you take, you will, your path has to lead you to success. Whichever path you may take. You may take the easy path, you may take the difficult path, it is up to you. Normally, we human beings always choose the easy path because we always want to take shortcuts in life. But a person, in order to be successful, should not take shortcuts. Unless and until you experience life, you will never be able to understand life. So, take life seriously. Look at the second stanza. Children, can you see about the rhyme scheme in the first stanza? Can you? Just have a look. It will be A B A C B because would, stood, and could. They're rhyming. So A B A A B A B A B A B. It is having a constant rhyme scheme. Look at the second stanza. Then took the other just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that, the passing there had warned them really about the same. Look at the lines now. He did not take the easy path. He found that the other path is also very nice. But many people had not taken that path because they are not fond of challenges. But the poet was very adventurous and he took it as a challenge and saw that if I never take the other path, I can be successful. Because he had to take a challenge because it was grassy. Grassy means not many people had traveled there and wanted where. Somebody should travel that path and know what is that path actually about. Though as for that, the passing there had warned them really about the same. And after some time when he's pondering and he comes back again to take a decision, he finds that both the paths are same. Whichever path you choose, it is up to you whether you make it successful or not. It may be challenging, it may be easy, but it is up to you only. And both that morning equally lay in leaves, no step had trodden black. He takes a decision. He comes again and sees that both the path, the leaves that had fallen, have not been disturbed. Both the path were same. So, actually, it is a person who makes a choice. Path are the same. You only to decide whether you want the easy path to be an engineer or a doctor, or you want to the difficult path and be an IS officer or a collector or some post who has some position in a society. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way. The poet had made a choice, but he thought that in life he might come back and take the other path. But actually, in life, one doesn't move back in life. You always go straight. Can we move back, said children? We can't. If I've taken a path in the left direction, I will go in that path only. I will not take the right path again. Same ways, the poet thought that he'll come back. But little did he know that one way leads to another. If we are engineer, we'll go in that path only and be then take the next post, take the next step. That is be a marketing manager, be an MBA, and be successful, and hold a post of repute, hold a post which is financially self-sufficient. So the poet thought, but he could not come back in life because he thought that he will come back and take the other path. But in life, there is no moving back. We always have to move forward. So the poet also had to move forward in life. I doubted if I should ever come back. He had a doubt whether he'll be able to come back in life. He left his native place, London, and went back to England. And he thought that he'll come back. But actually, you can never come back because you are happy over there in your present state. So you don't always move back in life. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by. Like we all, after some time, passes of time, we move on in life, and you think, where has my life gone? How has my life shaped up? Then you think and ponder, and you feel that the two roads are diverged in a yellow wood. And I took the one which was not traveled by very many people, because I was adventurous, I was fond of challenges, and I'm not repenting because I have become successful, and because of taking that path, My life has changed. I have made a difference to my life. In the life of Robert Frost, also, this has happened. When he shifted to a particular country after leaving his native land, he became successful. He was appreciated over there. So initially, he had thought that he'll come back, but in reality, you don't come back in life because you have so moved on in life that it is very difficult to move back. Is it not? Are you getting something? What lesson did you learn today from this particular poem, The Road Not Taken? This is a nice lesson learned. You always make decisions in your life. Take your time so that you don't repent later on. This is a nice poem by Robert Frost about life and the choices we make in life to move on. Thank you, children. Please answer all the questions given in the book. Have a look at least. Where does the traveler find himself and what problem does he face? Who is the traveler? The traveler is the poet, and he faced a problem of choice. Is there any difference? Look at the questions now in question number 3. Yellow, what do you understand? Autumn season, when the leaves have fallen, all the leaves have turned yellow. It was grassy and wanted wear, meaning not many people had traveled in that particular path because it was very challenging. The passing there, when he took that particular path, no step had trodden black. Not many people had traveled. Both the path looked the same. How way leads on to way, meaning when we move on in life, we find the way heading onwards. So we don't move back in life. We always move on. What do you think the last two lines of the poem? Looking back, the poet regret his choice or accept it? No, the poet does not regret because he is happy with the choice that he's made because he has become successful. In life, also, we find difficult choices, but let's think, ponder, and make a choice so that we don't repent later on. And the nice thought by Jawaharlal Nehru, what is it? Time is not measured by the passing of years, by what but by what one does, what one feels, and what one achieves. Got it, children? You may